Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Gusharan Kaur, a writer, a reader, and a content creator. I have written a book about my lifelong struggle with depression, which is called Abnormal Moving Along the Shadows. So, this is the book here. And I also run a podcast on mental health where I share other people's mental health stories and what they have been through. And I also invite a lot of therapists and psychologists and psychiatrists to talk about mental health. I often often analyze movies and TV shows with certain mental health themes. So if you want to check that out, here it is. The opinions that matter. I am currently working on my second book, and I have temporarily named the book Project Emoji. I've temporarily named it Project Emoji. So here we are. And today I am going to share my mental health. Today I'm going to share about my mental health journey and how I have struggled with depression and how depression has impacted my life. Depression is a condition very few people understand. It's a deep psychological distress and lack of emotional regulation in the body. When I say body here, I'm also talking about the brain, because our brain is a part of our body, and I don't like to talk about brain separately. I don't talk about it separately. I talk about in terms of body, because brain is a part of the body. And like many other physical ailments, depression is a very real and serious condition. Okay, I'm going to read you a definition of depression, what WHO describes as depression. Okay, so WHO describes depression as a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities causing significant impairment in daily life. A group of conditions associated with the elevation or lowering of a person's mood, such as depression or bipolar disorder. Okay, so it is a common mental health condition and it can happen to anyone. Another very important line here is depression results from a complex interaction of social, psychological, and biological factors. People who have lived through abuse, severe losses, or other adverse events are more likely to develop depression. Depression is a condition which is defined by social, psychological, and biological factors. I'm going to. There are a lot of questions that people ask me कि क्या हो गया, कैसे हो गया, what's going on, and why doesn't it get better? Or when people ask me why I don't do a 9 to 5 full time job, and why I feel so depressed, and why I get tired so easily, and several other things like why do I take antidepressants and why do I need regular therapy. So there are a lot of questions people ask me, and I would really love for all of you to read my book if you want to go into detailed journey of my experience with depression and mental health as a whole. I have talked a lot about my experiences with doctors, therapists, and world as a whole, and how people with depression are viewed in the society, or any other mental health condition are viewed in the society, and what happens when we fail to understand the deep complexities of it all. But I will try to answer as many questions as I can that can fit in this video. And yes, if you want to learn more about it, definitely read my book. I hope it offers you support. So I do not use the word disease here. Instead, I switch it with the word condition, because I think depression is much more than just a disease and illness of the mind, of the brain, and it is much more than just taking medicines and getting cured easily. It is a deep complex condition, और इसको सिर्फ disease नहीं बोला जा सकता. It's definitely a disease. It develops into a disease after some time for sure, but it does not start as a disease. I strongly believe it is much more than just a lot of physiological factors are impacted by depression, like I experience every single day and I struggle with it every single day. But there are a lot of complex layers of depression as a whole and mental health as a whole. And people, there are, I really want to address some myths and misconceptions that people have about depression and about mental health as a whole. Because even after writing a book, and even after talking about it for more than 2 3 4 years, I think now, people still don't get it. And it's really sad that people are not able to become aware and empathetic towards this particular condition and towards mental health as a whole. I have experienced this because I know कि मेरे आसपास लोगों को नहीं समझ आता. Even my own friends don't understand sometimes, and it is a very very complex situation when nobody around you is able to understand your conditions, and they just think you are lazy or you're weak or तुम्हें कुछ करना नहीं है शायद. Some also think of it as a character flaw, and some think of it as, कि I'm just overthinking and nothing else, and it's my choice that I'm overthinking, and it's my choice that I'm feeling low. And I have always felt throughout my childhood, I have been told that it's my choice. And sadly, I was told this by a lot of not so good psychologists and counselors as well, and psychiatrists too. So, yeah, I've shared about this in detail in my book of how I went through finding the right therapist, finding the right psychiatrist, what helped me and what did not help me. There are people who go through it once in a while, and then there are people who have frequent episodes of depression throughout their life. Maybe after every few months, or maybe after a year, but they do have frequent episodes. And then there are people who have it like a chronic condition, like me. I wouldn't say it's never going to get cured, but I would definitely say that it's a very, very painful journey. Healing is also a very, very painful journey, and we should not expect people to just do it like this, because it's a very painful journey. The kind of experience that I personally have in my own body, in my own mind, it's very hard to describe and explain. I'm a writer, and I wrote a lot about my experience, and I have written a book, but sadly लोग books कम पढ़ते हैं, मतलब people read it, but I think video is going to go to more people. And there are more people who watch videos than people who read books, and I would love to connect with people who read books for sure, because this is a bookstagram channel and I'm talking about everything that I have been through as a mental health writer and what I do about it. So let's get into it. The myths and misconceptions. People think it's a character flaw. They think it's overthinking. They think it's just about negative thoughts and emotions. And they think it's just about getting the right routine. People think it's just about routine, and it's just about maybe changing your mindset and just about letting go, forgiving, and moving on and stuff like that, which I totally disagree with, by the way. Let's get into it. So, depression as a condition that I have experienced is very, very complex, and it's very different for everyone. But the things that I have experienced, I'm going to talk about it here. I'm hoping to answer a lot of questions in this video. I don't know how much I will be able to get into it, but I hope I can cover as many topics and questions as I can. It has been a very painful experience for me, for sure. And the people who think कि ये सिर्फ एक नाटक है, or it is just a way of seeking attention, or the people who think कि it's not a big deal, are highly mistaken. They are highly mistaken, and they don't understand the depth of suffering that a mental health condition causes. The suffering that I have been through every single day of my life after 12, 13 years of my life. When I was 14, 15, I started having severe episodes and severe symptoms of depression. And it did not just come out of nowhere. It was building up throughout my childhood. I definitely have genetic thing as well. There are certain genes that are related to developing depression, but again, the genes that get activated in our body is according to the environment, which is called epigenetics. If you want to read more about it, you can Google about epigenetics and what it means. Okay, my treatment started at 17, and I started taking medication, and the treatment is still going on, and I have been taking medication for a long time now. So it's definitely something that I deal with when in a social situation. I If I am asked about something related to it, it's very hard for people to understand, and there are certain looks I get, and there are certain gestures that people give me, expressions ki why am I so weak, isko kya hua hai, ye weak kyun hai, and all that stuff. So that's one thing. Depression is not just about feeling sad or low or not good enough, it's much more than that. It's not about sadness. Sadness comes and goes, and sadness is a very natural feeling. And depression also becomes honestly natural when you are born and brought up in an environment which has been extremely stressful and traumatic, which was the case with me. So my childhood wasn't that great. So my childhood definitely wasn't that great. I was born and brought up in a lot of stress and a lot of trauma. I had a pretty traumatic childhood. I'm not going to go in that detail here, but I'm just giving a basic context about it. Depression is actually accumulated stress, trauma, and pain. Also anger. Anger that is very valid. When people ask me कि किस बात का stress है तुझे या क्या हुआ, what's going on, so I don't think it's a very valid question because it's not an episode that only occurs once in a while for me. It's not something कि एक बार हो गया and खत्म हुआ. It's not something that is situational always. It's not something that I just go through for a few weeks and it ends. It does not end. Yes, sometimes the depressive episodes last really, really deep. They are really deep, and there are some days, there are few months in a year when I am not able to do anything, and that's a very, very real concern, which I have been taking a lot of treatment for a while now. So it is definitely a chronic condition for me, and it's something that I have to deal with every single day. And trust me, guys, it's not easy to deal with every single day. Mental health हम सब करते हैं, but we don't know how deliberating it actually is. Having a mental health condition is actually very, very hard to deal with. In fact, it is the hardest thing I have dealt in my life. What people don't understand is that trauma is complex. It causes a complex bodily reaction, and it is not something that is in your control, especially if you have been exposed to stressful and traumatic events as a child. It is something that's not your fault and not really in your control. And I cannot stress how much of an important thing this is, that to remember this is. One has to remember that it was not their fault, and things just turned out the way they did, and a lot of factors were responsible for that, but you were not one of the people responsible for it. As a child, nobody is responsible for what goes on around them. I'm often asked this question, कुछ किया तो है नहीं, तू थक क्यों गई? Why are you so tired? And often people mock me and make fun of my tiredness and make fun of me or criticize me for not doing enough, for being lazy, and they criticize me for a lot of stuff. I get a lot of comments from my relatives, from my friends, from my family members that how I am just not enough. And this is a very, very normal thing that happens with a lot of people who go through a mental health condition, especially if it's depression, anxiety, you know OCD, ADHD. It's very, very hard to actually explain what's going on. It's a very painful experience every single day for me, and it is definitely something not always in my control, and it is something very, very painful to overcome. I take action, I do therapy, I take my medication, but there is always something that does seems out of control in my body, and that's something nobody should be blamed for. I have been blamed for it my entire life, and I still hear a lot of comments, and there are very few people who understand it. There are very few people who understand the fact that not every emotion is wrong. In fact, no emotion is wrong, and that emotions are actually important part of our lives, and we cannot ignore them. Hence, it is very invalidating and very, insulting when someone asks this question, that why I suffer so much and what's going on and why do I overthink so much. So yes, that's definitely one thing I wanted to address. If you are someone who goes through it, Don't listen to the world, guys. The world sucks in understanding these conditions. The world sucks in understanding this kind of suffering. Another very lame statement I receive, very lame advice I receive, is that just forget the past and move on and do this and do that, which is okay, very not a very bad suggestion if someone has, you know, not been through so many symptoms of and episodes of depression. It might be easy for them to move on, but in reality our bodies hold memories. Our bodies holds memories. It holds very every single memory of the situation and the events that we have been through. It's not something small, and it's not something that we can just cure in a second. It takes lots of practice, lots of years to get into that healing if your body has been affected so much. Let me tell you, trauma is not a choice, and depression is not a choice. Every single day, I struggle with a lot of things. My daily struggle includes unable to get up from bed, unable to do the basic things in my life, basic chores that are needed to be done. A lot of times, even a basic thing as taking a bath or getting food on my plate and sitting to eat it is very very hard. It gets very hard. And when in this situation, if someone tells me that I should maybe go out and accomplish a lot, this corporate world, or I should accomplish all those things that other people are doing of my age, the other people who have not been through the same experiences as me and who have had time to build up those skills as a child, is not fair. And it's never fair. I did not have the resources and the environment to build very important emotional skills in my life as a child. And yes, I'm surely learning to do that now. I'm a things that should have been learned in childhood, I'm learning right now. And the things that people learn in childhood automatically, I am learning in my 20s. And it's not an easy learning, guys. It's something that you have to give your body again and again and again. You have to tell your mind again and again and again, because there is always this cloud of deep dark space that you can fall into if you don't check in on yourself. So when people think that my life is easy, it's not, guys. It's definitely not. I do not wish this condition on anyone. I do not wish कि कोई months तक बेड से ना उठ सके, एंड यू हैव या फिर उसको सेल्फ क्रिटिकल थॉट्स आए, और दैट पर्सन गोज थ्रू सो मच पेन दैट nothing seems to work. I definitely do not wish that pain on anyone. It's hard to understand, guys. I know it's really hard, but I wish the world had more empathy and more willingness to understand these kind of things. You do not have to go through it to understand it. You can understand it with a certain level of empathy. I did not ever go through something such as cancer, but we all have that kind of empathy for cancer survivors. We show that kind of empathy to them. But why not people with mental health conditions? Because we think it's all in the mind, and that is far from truth. Far from the truth, by the way. So yes, that is something I definitely wanted to address. I have been through a lot of psychiatrists, a lot of therapists, and I have finally found a really good therapist. And personally, I'm not a fan of psychiatry and medications, but I have to take them because of certain physiological reasons. And yes, I am taking them, and I am doing whatever I can to get better, to get, to learn those skills, emotional skills that I need to learn. It's not an easy condition to deal with for anyone. What I do every single day is I get up and I write about things that are going through in my mind. I read, I try to hear the something that will help me to get through my day. There are days I don't know how my day even going to go. I don't know कि मैं ये दिन कैसे निकालूंगी with these kind of symptoms, and I dread another day. So many times I just dread waking up in the morning because it's going to bring up so much stress, so much pain inside. When I have to do certain things, when I have to be active the whole day, if I am trying to hustle, if I'm trying to do something, going out and doing some work of mine, I am usually bombarded with a lot of emotions. Suddenly, a lot of emotions come into my mind, come to the surface of my mind, and I have to face them, and it's very hard to face them. Of course, it's important to face them, but sometimes when you are not in that position, तुम सडनली बहुत ज़्यादा फ्लड ऑफ इमोशंस नहीं हैंडल कर सकते. सो या, द पीपल हु क्रिटिसाइज मी for not being an independent woman or not trying hard enough, or people who think that I have a certain privilege, I'm going to tell you that it's definitely not easy to live my life, guys, and to live anybody's life who has this condition. It's a very hard thing, and I have been through a lot of symptoms and I have overcome them a lot of times, but it has always returned, and there are reasons for that. I do acknowledge the privilege that I have. I get a lot of financial support from my family for sure. I get I get a lot of support from my therapist. I get support from my mother. I get support from my sister and my father, and I am given things materialistically, of course. But the emotional turmoil, that's always there. That's something that nothing else outside can, really heal. It will definitely help for me to find a great friend circle and, find a better environment where I can actually be feel understood every day. It would be great and it would help immensely because we are social human beings. We are social beings. We need human contact. We need people around us. We need to connect to live. We need to connect with ourselves as well as other people to really live. And depression makes it very, very hard to connect. It makes it very hard to connect with yourself. It makes it very hard to connect with your own emotions. And sometimes medications can really, really numb things as well. So the fact that you are not even able to feel anything is quite a curse, honestly. It feels like a curse that why is this numbness there and why it's not going away. Sometimes I deliberately want to feel stuff, guys. I just want to feel alive, and I just can't. I just can't feel alive most of the time. There are many times I can't. I have to really work hard to feel alive. I have to do certain things to feel alive every single day so that I don't let this condition win. I don't let it win. I don't let it ruin my life completely, and I don't let myself down. I have to pick myself up every day. And if you have to pick yourself up every day, I hear you guys. I'm here and I see you, and you have been doing great. There is a lot of guilt definitely I deal with because I'm not normal, और मैं वो चीज़ें नहीं कर पाती जो दूसरे लोग कर पाते हैं, and how things are definitely tough for me. Life is different with a mental health condition, and you are mocked, you are criticized, you are made fun of. A lot of people have made fun of my content that I share online. A lot of people have made fun of my book, of my blogs, and they think that I should just go for a job and not do all these things. But I think what I'm talking about here is very, very important, and if I do this work, it's definitely something that is going to help someone someday. That is something I really hope happens. When people cry talking about their depression, they're not wrong, guys. I can see that pain. I have been through that pain. I still go through it, and it's very hard. And I can see why that person is crying. But sometimes I'm just not able to cry when I really need to cry. I thought I would cry making this video, but I guess I just got, disconnected myself from those emotions, because otherwise maybe I wouldn't have been able to make this video or speak fluently and, speak as much as I am speaking. So yeah, it's very hard to put on a mask in life. I don't want to put on a mask, guys. I hate putting on masks. I want to be myself. And thankfully, social media writing allows me to be myself. I can talk, I can, spread my message across to the world. I can talk about things that are important. I can support the people who are also going through it and let them know that it's not something that they are alone in. And I can try to spread awareness. So that's my story, guys. And if you want to go into detail, then definitely read my book. And I would be really happy because you would be supporting me financially as well if you do that. And it would help me make my career, and that would be something that I surely need. I don't want to be broken by this condition completely. I want to do what I can. I want to do what all I can, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're all taking care of yourself, of your mental health and your physical health, especially your mental health. I really hope that you take care of yourself, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.